Now that you have the strengths and the weaknesses of your character, now that you know what your character's goals are, it's time to write down a paragraph about your character. You can approach this as if you're writing a novel. Start with explaining what the character is like. He was a man in his 50s who had lived a life full of hard work, who has built a family and now lost his job, for example. Or maybe it's something that is more closer to a business way of thinking. For example, the CEO of a company had worked hard to build up his company in the last decade. His company now had 100 people and he was looking for the next step for his business. Or maybe even create a little bit of a problem in it. The CEO was a very talented person who had been able to build out his company to the level it was on now. But he ran into troubles because he understood that he was not the type of guy that could build out the company to the next level. He was somebody who could energize. He was somebody who could come up with new ideas. But he wasn't somebody who was going to do HR or talk to people every single minute of the day or deal with personal situations. Write down the paragraph so that you get a feeling of your character. And then send out the paragraph to a couple of people that you know, or read it out to a couple of people that you know, and see if they would relate to that person. Once you've written down what your character's like, and what their flaws and their strengths are, and what their goals are, it's time to bring your character to life. You can bring your character to life by writing down little things about the character. These are not traits, these are characteristics. These are little things that make your character come to life. For example, you can tell what type of house does your character live in. Where does he like to sit? What does he like to do? You build out your character's life with little details. If we go back to my grandmother's story, remember that I talked about the chair that she was sitting in. Remember that I talked about the details of what she did to grow her interest in the topics that I was interested in. Think about the CEO again. In business, you want to try and explain a little bit about the CEO. What's the business like? Does he go to work every day by bicycle, or does he go to work every day by train or by car? What type of person is he? Write down some of these characteristics to make sure that you build a full picture of your character and bring it to life.